Okay. Um, this is the second interview I've been lucky enough to do with a couple European people. This is Carina from Germany and Irene from Spain. Here's some questions that the students had for you. The first one's pretty general, but what's it like in Europe?
I think in Europe it's pretty diverse because we have so many different countries and they're all really close together. So you can travel a lot and just go from one country to the next, and it's really fun because every country is different too. So I think the diversity is one major thing that makes it so awesome in Europe, I think.
Yeah, and also in the same country, you can go to the north and the south, and it's so different. And you can just go and get in your car and travel 1 hour, and you're in another country. So I think it's pretty cool.
Going from country to country, do you need passports?
Just for ID.
Okay.
We don't need a visa. We can just travel freely.
Yeah.
Right.
The borders are open.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As far as things you did growing up, were there any really common activities that most people from your countries did, or you specifically liked to do, maybe where you're from specifically, within your home countries?
So when I was younger, we always played outside. I'm from a place where it's really green. We have lots of nature. And so it was awesome playing outside. And then I would go with my parents. We have lots of lakes. And we have 2 oceans too in Germany. So we can even go to the ocean. And I just remember being in nature a lot.
Yeah, me too. I was the whole time outside with my friends. And yeah, to the beach. Or I don't know, depends. It's so different from Germany, but... yeah, it's pretty hot, and we were the whole time outside.
Afterward, I'll also get your hometowns from you, and then show them on a map.
Okay,
we did that with Emil, and they thought it
yes.
It's nice to see where these people we're talking to are from, actually.
Okay.
Not just the big shape of the country, but within. Yeah. Okay, next question is about sports. What you did growing up, and also I thought it'd be interesting to hear just what the most popular sports are in your countries.
So when I was younger, I did lots of different sports. I did ballet, I did horseback riding, I did track and field, what I'm still doing now. And for guys, it's really typical to play soccer. Soccer is really big, and Germany won the world championship last year, as you probably know. So we're pretty big in that. And for girls, it's typical to do horseback riding. So that's what I did. And yeah.
Yeah, in Spain, soccer is the major thing, and I don't know, I did I was swimming, running, a little bit of everything, but then I did side track, so yeah.
Okay. It was just the guys that won the World Cup, though.
No, that's
yes,
not true.
The
women
the
too.
girls were the
U.S. women won this last summer.
Okay, but the year before, or 2 years before, was the
It's
women.
the most recent one. Is
Okay,
what
I
matters.
give you that one.
Okay. Let's combine a couple questions here. Student asks if there's vegetarians, or if that's very common in Germany and Spain, but also just at the same time answer what are some common foods.
Okay. Yes, there are vegetarians. It's not super common, but there are some common foods. We eat lots of bread. We have lots of kind of different breads, and I love the bakery stores. We also, maybe you've heard of the schnitzel or bratwurst. It's the sausage and meat and potatoes and things like this. Yeah.
Yeah, in Spain we have the Mediterranean diet, and I don't know, we cook with olive oil and so many veggies, a little bit of everything. So I don't know, a common food. Well, you probably know paella and things like that. So typical. Tortilla too. And
yeah, I love tortilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any different holidays in Europe than we have?
I don't think so. We have Christmas, we have Easter. We don't have so many holidays, actually.
There's
have
quite
more?
a few here.
They have quite a few here, I know.
It's the same, more or less.
We don't celebrate so much.
We have a national day too.
When is yours?
I don't even know.
It's not a big thing.
May 30.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
It's not as big as here.
Yeah, I
National
know.
Day.
Not 4th of July?
Yeah.
No.
I asked Emil about this and we didn't film it, but do you do anything for Halloween?
We copy the tradition from here.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
But only when you're a little kid.
Right.
Like then you dress up and go from house to house. When you're older, not so much.
Okay.
Well, but you can go to the parties. We go to parties like, dress up and things like that.
Do you have Mother and Father's Days?
Yes.
I don't know where they are though.
Right. You said Christmas, Easter, not Thanksgiving.
No.
Really?
No.
No. Halloween.
We don't have
Anything?
St. Patrick's Day or
Right, I was just
Yeah.
going to ask that. Okay.
Kind of boring.
We do have a lot of
No,
holidays.
it's
We like
Germans,
them.
they work more. They don't
Oh.
celebrate so much.
Yeah, my mom's side is very German. And she says quite a few times, like, she and especially her dad always had to be working.
Yeah, there's
Doing
like the
hard
big
workers.
work mentality
Yeah.
over there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the actual next question is, how do you think your culture is different than American culture?
Okay, so I think first of all, like, we don't do so much small talk here. People like to be really, which is nice, open and friendly. And in Germany, we don't do that so much. So we don't talk to strangers more for ourselves. If we have good friends, we're like really open with them and talk about deep things too. But small talk is not so much a thing.
Yeah, I also think like here people's like more individual. They are not so familiar. Like, when you go to college, you are not at home anymore, and then you don't go there so much. I don't know, like at home we always like
With the
be
family.
together with the family, like in vacations, like always like eating Sundays and things like that. Because we are so close. So.
Okay, and this question is just to make sure we all have lots of technology where we're from nowadays. But do you have Netflix, YouTube, and the internet?
All of the above.
Yes.
Like everything.
Yeah, well, we have Netflix for like.
We just
since
got it
1
last
year
year.
ago,
Yeah.
Really?
It's new. We're really excited to get that.
That's awesome. Sweet.
Because every time I went home, I couldn't
Yeah,
use
me
my
neither.
account anymore. Yeah.
Really,
It just
this
wouldn't
summer.
work.
No, because we didn't have Netflix yet.
Right.
It's funny.
But if you went to Netflix.com, it wouldn't.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, your country doesn't have it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because the shows are different in Norway too.
We
Yeah,
have different
which is
shows
kind of
too.
strange.
Yeah.
But, what's your best landmark to visit in your countries?
Start with that.
In my city, I would say like there's like a big tower. It's called Giralda, and it's pretty popular. I don't know. And also like in Barcelona, there are so many buildings like churches and things like related with the bullfights, and that's pretty popular for foreigners.
Mm.
Yeah.
The one thing I could think of is like Germany is known for like its castles. So they're really old from history, where like the kings used to live like a couple hundred years ago, and we have like those castles, and tourists would always like go there and visit them because they're like really pretty. So yeah.
Since you mentioned kings, you just said Germany used to have kings and queens, but you don't anymore?
No, we don't. No, we have like a chancellor. She's the woman, Angela Merkel, and we live in a democracy. We don't have kings or queens anymore. So yeah.
We do have queens.
You do?
King, yeah. We have like a president and the king and the
Right.
queen. Yeah.
So the maybe more government leader is called president.
Yeah.
And yours is called chancellor in Germany.
Yes. Chancellor.
And
The king is like a representative.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why you're there.
Carina.
Yeah.
Why is your chocolate so good?
I don't know. I was wondering that too. It's just so good. Yeah.
Oh, I have a question. Okay.
I don't know why it's good.
Have you eaten Hershey's chocolate here?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I like my chocolate better.
Me too. I like it better.
So does Kristen.
Really?
She says Hershey's is not quite.
The Norwegian chocolate isn't too bad either.
No,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, here's kind of a flip the question around. Instead of like, here's all the good things. Student asked, why wouldn't somebody go to Europe?
That's a good question. I couldn't think of a reason really, because I think it's always a good thing to see new places, meet new people. You should all do that. It's a great thing. It's a great experience. And even if you don't like a place, it's still worth the experience. And since Europe is like so close, you can just go to a different country and you probably like it better. So I don't know, why wouldn't somebody go? Maybe because the flights are really expensive.
Yeah.
That's like a good reason.
Cost.
If you want to go somewhere else, because like Europe is so typical for Americans, like to go there.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to Europe, but they never want to go to like China or something like
Right.
that. So maybe could be a reason.
It's just in general, you don't have to be very specific, but from country to country, even within Europe, and most are fairly small and all close together, but are the cultures from country to country pretty different?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like super different. I mean, you can tell either, especially every country has its own language. My language is German, hers Spanish, and so Italian, French. We have so many
Yeah,
different languages,
Portuguese.
and that makes it such a big difference in culture and traditions too. People, I mean, they're kind of the same, but also they're different too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I can drive 1 hour and then people is like speaking Portuguese, so it's like so
Yeah.
weird.
Right. Is your Spanish very similar to Spanish spoken in Mexico?
Not really.
It's a
I
little
have-
different?
Yeah, because I'm from the south, so I speak like a slang, kind of, and they have like so many different expressions.
Yeah.
But well, we can understand each other,
Right.
but
Okay.
it's different.
How do you say hi in German?
I would say hello, but we also say hi. It's
Hi,
you say
yeah.
we have like Americanized expressions, but
Yeah.
hello would be like the German word.
What's a greeting in your Spanish?
Like a word.
Like a greeting, like, hey,
¿Qué pasa?
okay, pasa?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to... Oh, no, we've already answered that, but I highlighted this question because of the second part.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Blue.
Okay. Two questions
Okay.
left. What is your dance move?
Well, in Germany we have like when we go to party and dance, we have like those beats a lot. So people would just go like with their hands like this, and just like go to the beat. And I guess in Spain it's a little
Yeah.
more hip movement, right?
Yeah, we have more like Latin music, so it's like
Yeah.
more sensual, kind of. No.
Salsa. Oh, well, salsa is not from Spain, right?
No, but we dance that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
bit of everything.
And for our last question, we're going to go a little deeper
Okay.
and ask, what is one thing that you will never forget that has happened to you? Good or bad?
In America, you mean?
Or
Either.
for me, it would be like the experience of coming here. So I came to America 5 years ago when I was 19, and I've never been to America before. So that was a really different experience, and I didn't know anybody here, and I couldn't really speak the language. But I'm really glad that I did it because I learned so much about myself and just like the experience of being independent and doing things and seeing new things. And I think that's a great thing. And I would never, I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
like without it.
I would say the same. I don't know, it was like
Yeah.
the biggest thing in my life to come here and then to, I don't know, live here and learn another language.
And now my work
Just
views
travel.
have changed so much. And now I just want to see even more from the world. So I think that was like a really important thing for me to have this experience.
It's good to get out of your bubble.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, okay. What did we just talk about? The World War II a little bit, right?
Yes.
Did you want to say something?
Sure. So because I think lots of Americans, they still think like the World War II, we all know what happened in Nazi Germany, and that people think we're like so influenced by it, like still. And that's actually not the case. Like, I mean, of course we know what happened, but our society is not dominated by it, and because we don't have anything to do with what happened. So what did we say again? I forgot.
And then you said a little bit about like you don't fly your flag
Oh,
very
that's
often,
true.
and national
Yeah.
anthem doesn't get sung.
So I just said it actually doesn't have an influence on us anymore, but then I also thought, well, it actually has a little bit, because we don't show as much like national pride as people do here. We don't sing like the national hymn, like the song, or we don't have like flags in our yards. That'd be like weird if like Germans would do that, because I mean I feel like they're almost afraid to be proud of their country, which they shouldn't be, I think, because I want to be proud that I'm German. We have lots of great things in my country, I think, and just because with what happened, I mean, that's in the past, and every country has its history, and I think that's why we should be able to move on. But it's still like kind of influencing us in those ways. And also in Spain, right? They don't.
Yeah,
really
we
do
don't
that
do
either.
those things either.
Yeah.
Irene said even their national anthem doesn't have
Oh, yeah, we
words.
have-
Yeah.
It's just a song.
Yes, yes. And we don't do the
The
so weird
hand on the
friends.
heart. Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Since we're driving right now, another question I thought to ask earlier but forgot was, do you drive on the same side of the street as us?
We do.
Yes.
In London they don't. London is the opposite side, but we do. And I love driving my car. I miss that I can't drive it here. And at home we always have sticks. We always
Oh,
drive
yeah.
with sticks. I like that. It's not so boring.
Driving here is so easy.
It's boring,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
Kinda.
Because now you're like kind of in the city, but if you just go somewhere to like Rapid City, there's just like one road the whole way.
Yeah.
And it's
Cruise
like
control.
Driving.
Cruise control, automatic car,
You
straight
could just
road.
read a book, like
Take a nap.
yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you can just do the automatic option,
Yeah.
right? If it drives for yourself. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Some cars have that, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Was there
we'll let you
nothing?
know if we think of any more questions
Okay.
before we get to where we're going. Okay.